next few minutes, I'll show you how to increase your advertising ROI using Dayparting. Hi, I'm Avinash, co-founder of SellerMate.AI, and in this video, we'll look at what Dayparting is, how you can find opportunities for Dayparting, how to find peak converting hours, and how to set up your first Dayparting rule. Let's start with the basics first. What is Dayparting? Dayparting is simply scheduling your ads to run differently at different times of the day. For example, if you feel that your ads are doing their best during evening hours, let's say 6 p.m. to 10 p.m., then you would want to maybe bid a little bit more during the time. Or let's say you are running an office supply brand and you know that the purchase managers are not going to buy during the weekends. So do you want to stop your ads during the weekends? These types of behavioral changes lead to different opportunities, even for your best performing keywords or your best performing campaigns. And Dayparting is the mechanism by which you can make changes to your ads at scale during different hours based on the performance. This approach means you're spending when shoppers are ready to buy, cutting wasted spend, pacing your budget in a way that benefits you by spending more during your peak times, and testing different time slots and doubling down on winners. Now, Amazon Advertising Console does give you some basic tools. For instance, you can set up day level budgets, you can set up dynamic bids up and down, and you can do analysis at an hourly level using performance data that Amazon shares with you. But you have to piece all of them manually. But with SellerMate, you can get complete control over your bids, budget, placement, and get data at the same place so that you can make data-based and data-backed changes with clearly hourly heat maps available to you and AI recommendations to help you make these changes. Let me share my screen and show you how to run Dayparting. If you are a SellerMate.AI customer, you can go to Smart Automation and Dayparting, and you will have multiple options in front of you for Dayparting. But before I go into the options, let me show you an important aspect of it, which is data. And to run Dayparting or to make changes multiple times a day or based on day of the week, you need to first look at your historical data and understand how that data is working for you. Now, you have two heat maps in front of you. You can use this to compare side by side different metrics. For example, you have multiple metrics available here. You can do a conversion rate versus click-through rate comparison, or you can do an ACoS versus ad spend comparison. And you can use this data to understand the user behavior. Very typically what we have seen, for example, is at 12 in the night, Amazon budget gets reset automatically, and you see something we call as bid rush, where people are bidding very high. The other sellers, your competitors, there's a lot of competition for each bid. So you will see a peak CPC during these times, which reduces as budgets get over for different folks who are in competition with you. Or for example, an office supply brand can look at ACoS or conversion rate and say, my ACoS is peaking during weekend because purchase managers are no longer placing orders during the weekend when they have an off. So things like these help you identify patterns which further give you an insight into user behavior or buyer behavior for you. Now, to take advantage of these behaviors, you have access to multiple options. First one is bid Dayparting. In bid Dayparting, you can alter your bids at scale for each day at different times. So you can say on Monday morning, my bids are going to be low because I want it to be, I don't want to bid too high during the times my conversion rates are lower. And you can say, in the evening, my conversion rates are better, so I want to increase my bids by 20%. So 1.2 is a multiplier, so it means 20% increase in bids, and 0.8 would mean 20% reduction in bids. You can give it a name. You can pick the campaigns where you want to apply it. In fact, you can do it at a target level as well and pick the targets where you want to apply it and save it. Or you can pick specific areas and times where you want to enhance bids for specific keywords. So you can pick weekdays and weekends. You can pick specific tentpole events where you want to increase your dates, and make sure that your bids reflect the actual performance of your campaigns. To do this manually is almost impossible. Somebody changing bids 20 times a day or 10 times a day is not possible to do manually, and that's where tools come into picture. Similarly, you can have an alternate where you will say, okay, I have very limited budget and I don't want to spend during night time. So you can pick different times and say, okay, 12 in the midnight, I want to pause my campaigns. And let's say in the afternoon, I want to start spending. You can do it for weekday, weekends, or you can do it for all days. This allows your campaigns to run when you want them to run. You have similar options to do for placements as well, where you can say, for example, I only want to increase boost for my top of search based on performance, rather than increasing for all the campaigns in one go. So you can say boost my top of search placement by 50% during early morning hours when my performance is the best. Using these tools, you can make sure that you are spending effectively at times when you want to spend. So in the nutshell, you have access to controlling your bids, budget, and placement using Dayparting, and you can take the decisions based on data. Now, you don't have to do all of this manually. Using our AI recommendation, we also tell you how and when to use the Dayparting. For example, you will get a detailed recommendation that tells you if a certain campaign goes out of budget frequently at certain times of the day, and if it's a good campaign, we'll suggest you or recommend you to increase the bids or increase the budget at certain time. You can simply click on create Dayparting and save it. You don't have to set the rule, the AI sets it for you. You can also look at different bid variations that can help you get better results and directly create these rules using AI recommendations. You get access to bid Dayparting, budget Dayparting, and placement Dayparting, and you get access to hourly data to understand the user behavior and make those changes. Now, sometimes analyzing this data can be hard, and for that, what SellerMate has done is we give you out-of-the-box recommendations based on the patterns that we observe. For example, if certain campaign goes out of budget very frequently, we tell you, our AI keeps scanning your campaign patterns and will tell you when you want to increase the budget if it is a good campaign, or split the budget, let's say, if the campaign is not so great. If you want to implement this recommendation, you can click create Dayparting and it will automatically set the recommendation for you. You don't have to build the rule manually. Automatically, at the end of the day, the rule will reset your budget to the original amount after increasing it at 5:30 p.m. in this case. In a nutshell, what that means is you get access to tools that allow you to do Dayparting very easily using data. We give you AI recommendations to make sense of the data a little bit more easily for you, and we also help you keep a track of performance improvements at an hourly level based on the rules that you have created. Let's also look at some best practices for Dayparting. While starting out, make sure that you have access to data for the last 3 to 4 weeks at the bare minimum. because that's how much it takes for you to understand the patterns. Don't make huge bid changes right from the get-go. Try with small changes and see what impact that has on the performance. Let's say you can start with 5% up and 5% down, or 10% up and 10% down changes, and then see if Dayparting is working for you. Also watch for shifts during sales events. Your performance may change during a sale event, or during sales event you might want more control. So you may want to pause your regular rule and create a separate rule for the tentpole events. Also review your heat maps regularly and adjust your strategy. Keep in mind, Dayparting works the best when combined with other PPC strategies like placement bidding, keyword optimization, budget pacing. Try Dayparting and see how much your ads can do for you. If you have any questions or you want to explore any other features, feel free to reach out to us. The link is in the description.